Today's video is a small extension to the previous one. Let's demonstrate the UART interrupt program by implementing a user callback. We are going to use the same example for easier understanding. So watch the video till end. Let's dive. Welcome back guys. Since this is an extension of the previous project, I am going to reuse our UART interrupt project. So for that, we can copy the UART interrupt project, right click on the empty white area and click on paste. It will ask for a new project name. I'm naming it as 13 underscore UART callback. 13 is the episode number as you know. Okay, click copy. Now we have a duplicate project item created. Now we have to do some cleanup here. So firstly, we should rename the STM32 CubeMX file to our project name. So for that, right click on this IOC file and click on rename. We can put the same project name here, this 13 UART callback. Okay, please keep the .ioc extension here. Now click OK. Next, we should delete all ELF files from the binary folder. So go to binary folder, right click on the UART interrupt ELF file and click on delete. A little more to do. Open main.c file. This line of code was created by us. Now move this line to line number 47 in between the begin PV and end PV. So this is the section to define user variable or private variable. We are doing this because when we modify the STM32 CubeMX and regenerate the code again, this part of the code will not be altered. We will understand that when we do that in a while. Now search for any other lines of code we have written. Yes, this is another one. This is already between the begin and end section, so no need to move these lines. But we have to shift this section of code. I am pasting this in between this begin and end section. Next is our handler function. Of course, we should move this because it is not inside a begin and end section. So we can cut this block from here and scroll down until you find user code begin for. Paste that here. That's it. Oh, okay, we have finished the cleanup process. Since we are going to implement our UART interrupt program using user callbacks, we have to enable some HL functions. So we need to modify some settings in CubeMX file. So let's open the CubeMX file. Click on Project Manager tab on top. Click on Advanced Settings. Under Register Callback Group, we can enable UART callback. There is USART also beneath that. Don't enable that one. That's all. Click on Save button to regenerate the code. Code is being generated. You will not see any difference in the main file, but make sure that CubeMX didn't change our old code. For this purpose only, we did the cleanup process. Now we can start coding. Let's write inside the same begin and end sections. Firstly, we have to register our user callback. HL provides a function for that. HL UART underscore regi. I am just pressing Ctrl plus space in my keyboard, but it's not giving function suggestions. Means STM32 cube ID does not know we have enabled user callbacks. Okay, there is a trick to inform the IDE about that. So for that, go to project menu. Under C or C++ index, click on rebuild. That's it. It will take a little time. Now try again. I'm pressing Ctrl plus space again. Cool, we got the suggestion. It's always a good feature. Otherwise, typing all these functions ourselves is boring. Okay, I can select the register function here. Now it is our turn to fill the arguments. First argument is UART handle as usual. We are using UART1 peripheral. So handle is HURT1. Second one is the callback ID, which represents when this function should be executed. So we have to execute this once we get all the bytes in the RX buffer. For that we can use HL underscore UART underscore RX underscore and then just press Ctrl plus spacebar. Okay, we need the first ID. Last argument is our function name. I'm using an arbitrary name, my callback. I'm copying this function name because we have to rename this handler. Now we can copy this entire line because I have to define its function prototype on top. I'm pasting that line inside the private defined function. That's all guys. Let's build the program. Click on the hammer icon. Cool. No errors and warnings. Next, let's debug the program. In this window, make sure we have our project name clearly mentioned here. Why I am saying this is, if we do not delete the old ELF file from the binary folder, there may be a chance that that file is used to debug the program. That's why we just deleted the old ELF file in our cleanup process. Click OK here. Run the program by clicking on the play button. Now we can watch the UART output using the Teraterm screen. So launch Teraterm, click on serial, select the serial port. Since I have shown all these things earlier, I am not explaining these settings again and again. Now select the baud rate W15200. Click on the terminal again. Enable local echo. That's it. Let's type some 4 characters. It's printing them back. So you know, right? We have given 4 here. So it will print the characters only after it has received 4 characters. Now let's observe the LEDs. Cool. It's also bringing in 250 millisecond delay. So we have reproduced everything using the user callback. Now one last work. Let's upload this project into Git. Launch sourcetree. We will not see any uncommitted changes here because we have newly created a project. To see the files, go to file status, select untrack, select all files related to your callback project. Then hold on shift button to select them all. I'm leaving the first file because that is related to your interrupt project. Now click on stage selector. To see the files again, select modified option here. Now we can commit this file. Put some text, click on commit button, and finally let's push the changes to the remote. Hope you will try this simple example and let me know the feedback in the comment section. Until we meet again, bye.